Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly for pricing at tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Launched in 2012 for the anniversary of the 1962 first Omega in space. The original was the CK2998. This is the Omega Speedmaster numbered edition, also known as the first Omega in space. Now, the watch uses a vintage-inspired case that is pre-professional and a dial to match. However, internally, it uses Moonwatch running gear. You're used to seeing this watch on a strap. Now you can see it on the accessory bracelet. A different look, a different fit, and more durable to boot. So, the watch is stainless steel, and rather than the 42mm beveled and lyre-style lug Moonwatch case, this is the pre-pro CK2998. So it's 39.5 millimeters in diameter. It does have a sapphire crystal. It's 14.1 millimeters thick. Lug-to-lug, it is 47.1 millimeters. But if you include the solid end links of the bracelet, it is 52.3 millimeters across the wrist, and then it has a 19 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We'll throw this watch on my wrist, and my wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference, and you can see it wears much larger than the same watch on a strap. There are a couple of versions now of this pre-professional Omega Speedmaster case, two different versions in addition to this one of the CK2998, for example. The watch wears a lot smaller than a Moonwatch when it's on the strap, but when it's on the bracelet, it wears almost identical to a Moonwatch. So I'm going to say on the bracelet, you want to have a wrist of at least 15 centimeters circumference or larger to wear it, whereas on the strap, you could probably get away with wearing it on a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. And this watch does come with a full boxed set, which includes the brown calfskin strap. Now, taking a quick look, you can see that the bracelet is a modern Moonwatch bracelet, 3-link, polished intermediates, polished outer faces, satin primaries, removable links fixed by screws, a very robust, thick gauge clasp and single swing arm, very similar to what you'll find on a Seamaster, but it doesn't have a dive extension. It is a twin trigger release. You got to press both to open it up, and then internally, you can see that there are two little apertures, two little divots drilled, and with your strap tool, you can change the anchoring point of the bracelet inside of the clasp. You can fine-tune the fit. You also have several different removable links, including a half link for fine sizing. The case, as I mentioned, is pre-professional, which means it's not asymmetrical. It's basically the same on both sides, so it doesn't have the shear guards for the crown and pump pushers. It's also squared off at the end, and though you can see there is some beveling, we don't have the lyre-style lugs that also folds inward on its inner face. It is a much more vintage look. It has a characteristic that's present on many vintage watches and vintage re-edition styles, which is a very narrow mid-case, and you can see there's a break between polish on the lug hoods and bevel, and then satin on the flank. You can also see that the underside of the bezel is polished steel, and the bezel has an anodized aluminum insert. You can see it has a cantilever to it, so it'll fit underneath a jacket cuff, but not the tightest of dress sleeves. Omega logo on the crown. We have vintage-inspired pump-style pushers, and then we go to the dial side. So we have a tachymeter that can be used along with the chronograph to gauge the speed of something going very fast. Unless you're good with mental decimals, you're going to gauge the speed of something probably going between 500 and 60 kilometers per hour. We have a box section sapphire here rather than the Moonwatch Hesselite, and although it has the look of the Hesselite because it is cambered, it's scratch resistant like a sapphire. The dial is matte black with sunken registers, and as you can see, there are a few elements that evoke antiquity, including the use of alpha-style hands for the hours, minutes, and constant seconds, and then we've got an applique Omega logo rather than the later printed logo. The watch is loomed. It is Luminova. Take a quick look at that. And you can see it's quite well loomed. But unlike a standard Moonwatch, which features a loomed seconds hand, this one does not have that feature. Turning it all over, you can see it has the hippocampus or the seahorse, because when first launched in 1957, the original Speedmaster was part of the water-resistant Seamaster family. You can also see, and we'll do our best to see the text on the back, the first Omega in space. There's a textured background. This is a rather imaginative seahorse, by the way. They don't actually look like that. You may be disappointed to know they don't have halters, reins, and saddles. You cannot ride them. But you'll note that we have the date, October 3rd of 1962, the date the first Omega, the CK2998, was worn in space. And though it is not a limited edition, it is a numbered edition, so each one features a unique caseback. Of course, Wally Schirra wearing that on No, it was my bad. It was Sigma 7. So it was Mercury, and then it was Gemini, and then it was Apollo, 1, 2, 3 crew members. So Sigma 7, I believe, was a Mercury Atlas program launch. And so that's where that comes from. Now, inside is the caliber 1861, the Moonwatch caliber, so LeMania based on the LeMania 1873 Bausch manual wind, 48-hour power reserve, 21.6 beat rate, 18 joules. It is a cam and a lateral clutch chronograph. All of this is water resistant to 50 meters. It is still a very, very tough movement that has been featured on many manned space flights, as well as extravehicular activity, spacewalks. So it is a very, very tough caliber with that nostalgic link to the old LeMania manufacture. Today, there's still LeMania-based calibers, but the 1861 has been retired, as has this numbered edition. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.